Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Meadows Rec Center, I guess. We are at the East Rink tonight for this matchup between the 6 and 8 CAC Imperial Equities against the 0 and 13 MLAC Scafom-rux. Big game tonight, boys. We're jacked up at practice last night. Had this circled on the calendar. They're ready to go. MLAC has noted still looking for their first win of the season. CAC really pouring it on lately. They've gone 4-1 in their last 5. Teams ready to go. Before we get started here, scratches tonight. We're out Henry Wrestler wearing number 16 and out Enzo Anderson. We will get the puck going. Puck heading down in Scafom-rux zone. Shields gets that out. Whoop. Kept in by MLAC. Dump deep. Roland's going to pick that up. Put that to the near side. Thrown down into the CAC zone. Icing called. Play stops 19:23 left in the first period. Oh, nice. Hey, folks, we got a treat for you tonight. We got Nathan back on this. There's a shot from the right side. Just give us a sec. We're going to get Nathan plugged in. All right, puck goes into the corner. Let's see here. This guy. Alright, well, get Nathan in yet. Let's see here. Okay, give it a go.
Test.
I can hear you.
Can you hear me? Nope, not yet, huh?
Yep. Alright, puck dropped on the near side. Quick shot onto Libby. He steers that aside, cleared away to the near boards. Coming loose for Barber. He tips that down below the goal line. Puts that off the side of the net. Swept over to the near side. Leaves, pick it up, put it back to the point. Turin's going to knock that down. Slap towards the net. Knocked down in front. Comes back to the point again. Turin's going to float one. Hit Jack Coubet. And it's going to be cleared away by Goudreau. Goudreau picks that up on the far side. Flip down. Ooh, looks like Scafom-rux is going to end up in the box. We'll get a number here in just a second. Looks like number 17, Omar Fayad, heading into the box. 2 minutes. Is it going to be 2 minutes? Could be more. The ref's discussing it. Datings could be on the power play here. All right, so I see one camera froze. Let's see if we can get that back. Stand by, folks. And 3, 2, 1, go. Okay. We better be live. Let's check that other page. Oh, it froze again. Touchy equipment tonight. Puck into the near boards. Now it's cleared down the ice. Steven out to set it up. Gets it to, what's that, Dassault? Over to McRae on the near side. Puck moves over to the near side. 2 cuts tonight. 2 MLAC players out. Just updating Nathan in the background here. Nick Ray picks up the puck. Gonna go up the right side. Equities comes across the blue line. That's cuffed up. Here's Black. Black shovels that up the far side. That's going to be caught by Mad Foot. Foot up the boards. Clears that down the ice. Picked up by number 4. Roland. Dumps that down the ice. 50 seconds to go in the CAC power play. Nope. Looks like we'll have to double check our connections at the intermission here, folks. We'll keep going here. Low shot, and it comes just up and above Livy. Putting that into the back net on the power play. It's like number 10 Madden Foot scores, opens up the scoring for CAC with a 16:41 left in the first period.
That's a sharp angled shot to score from the goal line, Curtis. He elevated that pretty quickly. Going wide on Smith. Smith thought he was going to go around behind the net, and at the last second, almost from the goal line, he just roofs it upstairs to give the Canadians a 1-0 lead.
Not much space, but they do get it just past Livy. Livy, though, follows that up with a good stop here, freezing the puck with 16:23 left in the first.
You know, I thought until that point, the Leafs did a really good job on the penalty kill. I thought kill off the penalty and get some momentum off that, but at any rate, still lots of hockey left in this game.
Lots of time to get back into this game. Yeah, the Canadians' power play humming at 18 for 64. Not too bad shape. Canadians go DD at the blue line. There's a shot. Levy got a piece of that. Puts it into the near corner. Leafs get it. Here's Canal. Outlet pass to Baldwin. Baldwin comes across center. Throws that, and that's taken away by number 21, O'Neill. Taken away by Canal. Canal comes into the slot on his backhand. He's going to hang on to it. Recycle it to the point for Gaudreau. Gaudreau takes a shot. Tipped by Canal, and it goes underneath. Oh, Steven had to be quick on that one. He was bouncing towards somebody, dropped down, and the puck just hopped up on him. He keeps it out of the net with 15:39 left in the first period.
Well, Gaudreau with a great shot, and Canal found himself right in the shooting lane. And he was able to tip that puck, and that thing went almost squeezed through the wickets of the Tinder.
It's a good setup by the Leafs. Hope we see more of that today. Asaf takes the puck, throws it down low. Turin's going to steal that back for the Canadians, and they break it out. Get it to center. See here. Holowadiak puts that into the Canadian zone. Move it up the near side. Foot with it. Centering pass for number 20, Bakken4. And the Leafs take that puck away. Asaf gets that up to Shields. Shields, oh, that's off the backside of Roberts. Moving down low. Here's Foot with it. Runs into Roland behind the net. Shot on. Oh, stick save. Rebound comes over to the near side. Canadians pick up the puck. Colley with it. Put it up the left side for Bakken4. Now up to the point, Turin. He goes to the right side for Arrowman. Centering pass for Colley. Shoveled on net. Levy with the save. 2 saves. Puck still available. It's put into that far corner. Comes out Roberts. Nice pass. Gets out to Shields. Foot hustles back. Keeps it in. He's going to continue back to his bench, getting the change in. Smith outlets the pass. Cross ice. That's broken up before leaving the Leafs zone. Comes back to the point. Green can't handle it. Brawl almost chipped it loose. Green gets the puck back up to Doolin. Doolin comes up the right side, and as he crosses over the blue line, it's called on the offside. 14:10 left in the first period. We'll have the face-off far side, just outside of the Leaf zone. Puck's dropped. Canadians winning. Here's Green. He's going to dump that into the Canadian zone. Picked up by Cole. Put down the ice. Icing waved off. First one back to it. Green takes that into the corner. Giving up to Shoemaker. Gets it down to Canal. Canal spins out of the corner. Holding it high. Dumps that off to Cole. Cole puts that down low. Rahal finds that in the near corner. Rahal takes a heavy hit. Puck comes loose for Canal. Canal trying to drive the lane. He's upended. Comes over to Cole. Cole flips one high and over to the near corner. Rahal in front for Canal. Just missing that far post. Net comes off. Play continues. Ref doesn't have it yet. Rahal on the near side. Stephen, Canadians goaltender, pulls the net back on. Play continues. Weiss with the shot from the point. Doolin can get it out. Stolen back by Cole. Cole takes that into the corner. Whistle's going to go. Interference being called on the Canadians. Darceau. And the Leafs will be on the power play here with 13:02 left in the first period.
You know, that's all off of some good zone time there by the Leafs. 3 forwards in proper position. You know, forcing turnovers. Good job to move it back to the point. A great shift on offense. So what do you get? You get them to take the penalty, right? So now you got a power play to work with.
Leafs power play is 4 for 59 on the season. Looking at a fifth one here as the puck comes into the near corner. Baldwin goes in to help. Put out high. Oh, and it just gets past Roland. Livy back to play it. Stolen by the Canadians. Turnover. Oh, just back in front. What a setup there by... I think that was number 4. Don't have the number. Or is Barber. It was number 9. Had the number wrong anyway. Canadians get the puck out at center and dump it back into the Leaf zone. Roland has the puck behind the net. Over to Baldwin. Baldwin skips the check. Coming back the other way. It's 3-on-2 as they enter the zone. There's a low shot, or high shot by Baldwin. Off the mark. Canadians get it back to the line. And it comes out. Rushing it down the ice. Number 19, Fader. Gets into the zone, but it comes back out.
Too many men.
We have too many men being called here on the Leafs. With 50 seconds left in their power play, that's going to end the man advantage. And we'll play 4-on-4. Penalty comes with 11:51 left in the first period.
Well, a little more ice out there, Curtis.
A little more. Do we have our skaters on? See if they can get through the Canadians team here. Cole drops that back for Canal. Canal comes up the right side, comes over to his left, keeps coming in. There's a high shot, and it's in! Canal gets that above the glove of Steven and puts it in, tying the game with 11:38 left in the first period.
Prime example, Curtis, just get the puck to the net through traffic. You know, Canal able to back those defense in almost to the hash marks. And instead of trying to, you know, toe drag or get through that last defenseman, just goes upstairs, elevates. And your MLAC Scafom-rux Leafs capitalize 4-on-4. She's a tie game.
She is a tie game. Puck's dropped at center. It's going to come into the Leafs zone. 30 seconds left with 4-on-4 play. Puck put to the far boards. Picked up by Canal. He's going to come over the right side. Here's Cole with it. He flips that deep into the zone. Looking for Rahal to chase onto. Green gets there first. Throws it to the outside to Bakken4. Bakken4, cross-ice pass to Foot. Foot coming into the zone. Getting some speed. Low shot. Lid with the save. Followed up. And Livy able to shut the door on that. Big shot there by Foot. Livy with the save, and we got to stop with 11:08 left in the first period.
Well, 6 seconds left to 4-on-4. Then Be just over a minute of power play time for the Canadians.
Face off far side in the Leafs zone. Leafs get that puck out to center. Canadians dump it back in. Canadians on the power play officially now. Blocking for it, hard shot. That went a little wide. Black gets that to the line, held in by Green. Someone groshed to Green. Green takes a shot. That's wide. Picked up below the net by Arrowman. No, not Arrowman. 17. 17 is Cawley. Doolin picks it up behind the net. Sends it to the far side. Comes back to the point. Moved down below the goal line. 30 seconds left in the Canadiens' power play. Comes back to Green. Oh, and then it just stays in. Shields was right on him. Here comes Cawley. There's a shot. Livy with the save. Black takes it, and he's going to put it off the glass and down the ice. And the Leafs clear the zone. 10 seconds to go in the Canadiens' power play. Green behind his own net. Near side for Doolin. Doolin up to Mackey. And coming back onto the ice is Baldwin. Leafs killed off their penalty. Behind the net, picked up by McRae. Stolen back by the Leafs. Coming up the left side, Baldwin wants to make a message after spending 2 minutes sitting down. Gets the puck over to Shoemaker. Shoemaker loses it in the corner. Gets it back though. Baldwin in front, chipped by Canal, and that's going to come out of the zone. Led by Barber. Center pass from McRae. Sent to the far side. That's taken away by Rowland. Rowland feeds it up the near side. Knocked down by O'Neill. Stays in the Leafs zone. Holowatuk moves it to the far side. Picked up by Barber. Flips that off the glass. Barber takes that down low. Comes out high. Nice pass by Canal to Rahal. Leafs off to the races. Rahal coming up the right side. Stops, turns. Over to Shoemaker. Oh, and that's broken up by Arrowman, who puts it out to center. Smith back to play it. Stolen by Thorvaldsen. Moves to the right. Thorvaldsen, high shot off the arm of Livy. Off the glass, stays in play. Oh, I caught that. Holowatuk over to the far corner. Canal peels it off the boards. Now it goes back there. Free down low. Holowatuk moves that out. It's around the boards. Chipped in. Rahal, first one there. O'Neill takes the puck away. Rahal won't give up on the play. Steals it back in the corner. Centering pass. Broken up by Tureen. Over to the near side. Canadians, Jesse Beck. Centering pass. Stolen by Smith. Sends that back in. Followed up by Jafaris. Jafaris with the shot. And Steven makes the save. Glove save. Brings that down. Hangs on for 7:49 left in the first period.
That was a pretty long shift by Rahal. He's finally able to get off. Libby there on that last play in the MLAC zone. Smith takes his man in front of the net. His man goes down, and then Libby gave the Canadians player a little chin music.
Protecting the crease. Leafs find that at center. Cold puts it in deep. Jafaris tries to pick it up on the far side. Contested. Fayad comes in to help. Sends it down low. Green picks it up. Throws it off the glass to the far side. Canadians back to the line. Held in by Smith. Smith throws that in front looking for Benton. It's off the backside of his stick. Goes into the near corner. Up the boards it comes. Cole pinches in. Sends it below the Canadians' net. Fayad on the far side. Canadians move it around him. Centering pass. Mishandled. Comes over to the near side. Cole picks it up. Has to fight off a check. That's stolen by Doolin. Goes into the Leafs zone. Bent knocks down Doolin. Now it comes loose. Canadians in possession. Send it up high. Dassault takes the shot. That is well wide. Comes off the corner and all the way back to the line. Bent gets it. He's going to try and put that off the boards. Chipped in. Icing waved off. Canadians outlet to the far side. That's going to end up being icing as the pass was missed on the Canadian side ascending. All right.
Well, as we saw earlier, Cano came in, just like I said, push the defense back, force the defense back into the zone. They poor gap control by the Canadians defensemen, and they ended up right at the hash marks, and Cano used them as a screen and went upstairs on the Canadians tender. So
Ooh, now we lost the camera
got to pick your
completely.
spots, and if you get a good opportunity and can cash in.
We'll work on this.
Canadians move the puck around really well on the power play using a 1-3-1 power play, and had some good looks on that last power play, but unable to capitalize.
Puck thrown towards the goal. Comes over to the near boards. Take it into the Leafs zone. Leafs put that back to the, or sorry, Canadians put that back to the point. Oh, comes on the near side just off the post. Stays out.
That was a great save by Livy. He was going to his left and had to get his right pad out. Just got a piece of it.
Far side, Canadians get it into the slot. That's blocked. High shot, that's blocked too. Off the side of the net, cleared away by the Leafs. Weiss, outlet, over to Black. Black coming into the zone. Black trips on the play. What's going on there? Tripped on the blue line.
Both feet. Still not good. Pull it again and look back.
Canadians keep that out of their zone. Roberts sends it right back though.
Go ahead then.
Oh, there. MLAC. Canadians in their zone here. Good job by the forwards, just closing down the middle of the ice and forcing turnovers on the outlet. And don't know who's going to get it here. Official has his arm up. I believe the offending player might be... Let's see if it's white or dark. Looks like Douglas is going to go off. A little bit of a conference here by the officials. Got a 4 official system here tonight, 2 referees, 2 linesmen. 4:25 remaining in this opening period. It's my partner in crime, Curtis, is working on some technical difficulties, sorting those out. It's well beyond my pay grade. Sure, there's some dislike from the Canadians bench here as they thought they were the one going on the power play, possibly. So McRae is not injured and into the room. So McRae, the injured player who injured himself on trying to get his leg out to, I think, prevent Rahal from escaping out of the zone. Gets 2 minutes for kneeing, I believe. So he'll be the offending party that'll sit 2 minutes, hopefully less, in the sin bin. Face off won by your Leafs, up to Cano. Cano from the point. Oh, just sailed over the blocker side of the Canadians tender, and good job of the Canadians forward to muscle his man off the puck and get out to the neutral zone, but no farther. Schumacher tries to sift that aside to the opposite side. Gets just in over the blue line, but that's disrupted, and your Leafs will have to go back and regroup. Cole has it. He'll dip and dive out of the zone. Gain entry. He's going to fire it in on net. Rebound. Looking for a rebound, and Canadians are able to smother that with the glove. Good job by Cole to gain entry and saw some daylight, so he just decided to go with it. 1:18 remaining in the penalty to McRae for kneeing, so hopefully the Leafs will slow things down, set it up on the power play, which they do with a good face-off win by Schumacher. Rahal surveys the options right in front. Schumacher tried to spin and fire that in, and he was disrupted by a Canadiens defenseman. Canal gets it at the top. Fire back door, looking for the tip-in off Schumacher, standing in front of the net in the blue paint. Rahal gets it, curls back to the half wall. He'll work it up to the top to Canal, who's manning the point. Canal down to Rahal. Rahal curls, he'll drive the goal line. Centering pass to Schumacher. Handcuffs him. The Leafs keep it in the zone. Shields to Rahal. Rahal, button hook down below the goal line. 27 seconds remaining in the penalty to McRae. Rahal tries to feed it through a seam. That's disrupted by a Canadiens player. Now the Canadiens trying to pounce and get it out. Good job to keep it in by the Leafs. Fired, sails up high as Cole fired that. So looking to go up over the blocker of the Canadiens tender, but it missed its mark. Chip back into the neutral zone as Canal is stripped of the puck. The Canadiens will chip it back in deep and get a line change. Good kill by the Canadiens. No damage done by your Leafs, unfortunately. Dangerously brought in front of the net by SF. As he'll drive in wide on the backhand. Backhand just misses on the glove side. Goudreau fires it. That's steered aside. Weiss tries to keep that in. Move back up the middle. Good job by Asaf. Good job by Asaf to get it to Baldwin. Baldwin will dump that to the opposite corner. Roberts in pursuit will get that. Tries to move it down below the goal line to Asaf. That doesn't work. It's held in by Weiss along the wall. Baldwin back in support of his defense. Covering the blue line. That's bounced back out into the neutral zone. 1:24 remaining in this opening frame. We're deadlocked at one here as the South spins off the wall. Backdoor looking for Baldwin, who's hit from behind. There's going to be a boarding penalty going to the Canadiens. I believe it's Baldwin that hit from behind into the boards. Dangerous play. The player turns his back, and you got to know that if you finish your check on that, you're going to be going to the box.
Kyra Aroman was escorted to the box, finding out right now how much time she'll spend there.
You know, there's some responsibility of the offensive player, the player in possession with the puck, that he needs to protect himself, but at the same time, it's very clear in the rules that you cannot, hit a player in a vulnerable position. Vulnerable is the word, and that's exactly how Baldwin was as he turned back towards the boards. So hopefully he's all right. The trainer out to assist him off the ice, and we'll keep an eye on that development. So back to you, Curtis. I'll give you back the reins here with 1:06 remaining in the opening frame, and your MLAC Maple Leafs on the power play.
Great job, Nathan. Thank you for taking over. We're back. There's a shot by Canal right into traffic. Knocked down. Canal gets it back. Taken over Shoemaker. Tipped in front by Rahal. Rahal is going to come and try and jab it in the near side. And the whistle goes with 54 seconds left in the first period. It's good to see the Leafs starting to win more face-offs, especially in the offensive zone. That's going to help them out on the power play here. And they win another one. Cole keeps that in at the line as the pass comes back to him. Tipped on net. Stevens makes the save. And it's put in. Oh, the net comes off on the far side, but before it can, the Leafs put the puck in the net. It's a power play goal with 46 seconds left in the period.
Offensive draw win in the O-zone on the power play, Curtis. Shot from the point. I think it was redirected on the way. Hits something, hits the goaltender in the mask. And because you have net front presence with forwards there, I think it was Schumacher able to get the rebound and shovel it home as the net was coming off its moorings. But the ref was very direct, was saying that's a goal as the net was coming off.
Absolutely. I took a quick sneak at the replay there. It looks like Stevens was the one that kicked the net off, but not before the puck had crossed the line. Puck in the Leaf zone. Asaf with it. Far side for Shields. Shields gets across center, puts that deep. Comes off the backside. Roberts sends that down low. Comes over to Shields. Shields with it. He's knocked down. Roberts follows that up. Asaf in front. Roberts couldn't get it to him. He tried going short side on it. That is denied by Stevens. Steven. It's Davis. Steven, pardon me, focus. Fuchs. Cooper's coming up the near side, rubbed against the boards. The buzzer goes, and MLAC's heading into the first intermission with the lead.
So that was a great, I just want to talk quickly about that last shift, Curtis. Great job by Shields. Instead of trying to carry it in, you're trying to control, manage the end of the period. You just got a lead. Instead of trying to carry it in and get through those defensemen, he throws it to the back wall, and they're able to get pretty much a whole shift in the offensive zone again and prevent the Canadians from coming back down and, trying to create something before the end of the period. So good puck management there by the Leafs and that line at the end.
Good gritty effort right in front of the net. We need to see more of that. It was a good showing there. Honestly, I think the period was kind of even. It was back and forth. Definitely, MLAC had the momentum after that power play there.
Yeah, I think you see the Canadians come out and try to push MLAC around a little bit and control some of the play at the start of the first period, and then MLAC was able to get their feet under them, put together 2-3 shifts in a row that really drove the momentum back in their favor, and then end up to get a huge power play goal. That great momentum, getting the power play goal, not giving up anything to end the first, and that's a great something to start the second period with.
So the Leafs looking all right so far as we break for the first intermission here, and we'll let our sponsors have a word.
Mama told me when I was young, sat beside me, my only son. Listen closely to what I say, and if you do this, it'll help you some sunny day. Oh, take your time, don't live too fast. Troubles will come, they will pass. We'll find a woman, yeah, and you'll find love. And don't forget, son, there is someone up above. And be a simple kind of man, or be something you love and understand. Baby, be a simple kind of man. Oh, won't you do this for me, son, if you can? Get your lust for the rich man's gold. All that you need is in your soul. And you can do this, baby, if you try. All that I want for you, my son, is to be satisfied and be a simple kind of man, or be something you love and understand. Baby, be a simple
Puck comes into the Leaf zone, stopped at the line. Battling for it in that neutral zone. Leafs have it. Here's Shoemaker. In front, trying to jab it away is Canal. Canal throws that in front. Here's Cole with it on the near side. Cole rips one high, hits the man in front. Canadians going to clear that out. They get that into the far side of the zone. Take it behind the Canadians now. Cycle it over to the near side, centering pass. No, that's going to be broken up. In possession right now are the Leafs. Cole throws it to the outside. Misread, held in at the point. That goes through everyone. Over to the near boards. Leafs chip it out to the neutral zone. Rolls back to the Canadians' corner. Green picks it up. Challenged by Shields. Sent to the far side. Chipped out to center. Gaudreau's going to pick that up. Off the boards to... Is that the south? Over to Weiss, who puts that deep into the Canadian zone. Leafs cycle out from behind the net. There's to the point. There's Gaudreau with the shot. That's blocked by Foot. He picks up the rebound, kicks in the corner, rubbed off the puck by Asaf. Leafs have it back. Here's Asaf with it. Loses the handle. Goes back to the corner to pick it up. Throws it to the open ice. Pinching in is Weiss. Keeps it alive for the Leafs. Roberts takes that up high. Tried to flip that to Gaudreau. Gaudreau has to come out to center to pick it up. Spin out. It's going to end up back in the Leafs zone. Gaudreau with it. Bites off a check. Throws that to the outside. Gets it up to Shields. Canadians keep it in the zone. Weiss has it on the far side. Centering pass for Saf. Saf with it. Reverse hit. Keeps possession of the puck on Doolin. Throwing up the middle. Oh, coughs it right up. And Doolin takes it over to the near boards. Shot to the far side. Put on net, but doesn't make it there. Knocked down. Back at the point for Kuperis. Right on to Livy. Livy will hang on to that one. And we'll get a stop with 17:05 left in the second period, sorry. Yeah, they just, a shot from the point there. Makes it all the way to Livy. Livy hangs on. And we're going to have the face-off far side in the Leafs zone. 17:05 to go in the period. Leafs win that. Halawatia gets that out to center. O'Neill puts it back into the Leafs zone. Rolling on the far side. Battle for it. Rahal flips that into the neutral zone. O'Neill with it. Throws on net. Steered aside by Livy. Rolling. Goes to the far side. Skips past Rahal. Canadians get it back. Thorvaldson, right side for Barber. Barber tried to make the inside move, but Holowadiak takes him out of the play. Rushing up the ice is Shoemaker. Shoemaker comes into the Leafs zone. Rubbed off the puck. Green picks up the loose change. Takes it in the corner. Stolen back. Combination of Canal and Rahal. Rahal has that in the corner. Coughs up to Canal. Canal pulls it off the side of the net. Can't get it out in front. Rubbed off the puck by O'Neill. Comes out to center. Rolling with it. Rolling. Battling against Barber. Ties him up. Holowatiak gets that out. And it's offside as the puck tries to come back in. We get a whistle with 15:58 left in the second period. So Nathan, goal scorers in the first period were Foot for the Canadians to open it up. And then the Leafs, Canal and Shoemaker answering back. That's where we are with about 60 minutes to go in the second period. Black gets the puck up to Fayad. Fayad gets that into the Canadian zone, then checked off the puck. Vader with it for the Canadians. Chipped up and into the Leafs zone. Cole flips it back out to the neutral zone. Canadians throw that up around the outside again. Canadians come in, tried to put that down the middle. Smith breaks that up. Black gets it, throws it out to the neutral zone. Picked up by Darsault. Canadians Fader comes back for it, puts up the near side. That's cut off by Smith. Ed wins that battle. Puts the puck into the Canadian zone. Canadians pick it up in the corner. Here they come out with it. Douglas. Coughed up at center. Baldwin tries to move that in. Comes back to Cole. Cole takes that in right down Main Street. Low on Steven. And he's going to make the save there, covering up for the Canadians with 14:49 left in the second period.
Yeah, I like what I'm seeing as far as just clogging up the neutral zone, for MLAC, not letting the Canadians be able to stretch out the plays and gain any momentum here. So good job by MLAC to keep pushing the pace here.
Face off on the far side, won by the Canadians. They try to move it out the near side. Comes out to center. Goudreau's going to get that. Put it back out. Picked up by number 17, Cauley. Cauley carries it in. There's a shot. Livy with the save on the rebound. And the Canadians score. Grabbing that rebound was not too sure. First one in the line is Bakken-for. So, Canadians pick up the puck on the far side. They end up coming in. Livy makes the first save, but the trailing forward puts that into the back of the net.
So he's got that second forward drive in the net, and he's able to find the rebound, get to that puck before the Leafs defenders can lift the stick, and Livy makes the first stop, but unfortunately for the Leafs, cannot make the second stop as that just evades his glove.
Icing called after the Canadians move the puck down the ice. We'll have the face-off back on the far side of their zone with 14:13 left in the second period. Canadians win it. Tureen puts it around the far side. The staff cuts that off, comes back to Holowadiak, makes a shot. Comes out to center again. Holowadiak with it. Gets that up to Roberts. Roberts spins, puts that into the Canadian zone. Picked up by Tureen. Tureen over to Arrowman. Arrowman puts it up the near side. Doolin receives it, but his staff puts it back into the Canadian zone. Put to the far side. Canadians coming out of their zone. Here's Arrowman, near side. Goal scorer, Bakken-for carries up the right side, dumps that into the Leaf zone, goes to the far side, picked up by Foot. Foot centers that. That's broken up by Shoemaker. Kept in by O'Neill, put on just wide of the net. Roland picks that up. Canadians get it back. Number 9, Barber with it. Throws that through the high slot, comes off the near boards. And that's slapped down the ice, rolls back into the Canadian zone. Grosh putting that down the ice. Hard to receive it was Douglas, rolls into the far corner. Leafs put it around the outside. Canadians keep it in the zone. Shoemaker battling against the boards there. And the Leafs, at the end of a shift, just throw it down the ice, taking the icing goal with 12:49 left in the second period.
Well, I'm seeing something I haven't seen in previous games, Curtis, that much, is that the Leafs there's more of that sense of urgency. If you can't get the puck out a couple times, it's hard out. It's in the neutral zone for a reset. Force the Canadians to come out of the zone and tie up, or it's down for icing. So that's good to see. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that once in a while.
Puck put into the Canadian zone. O'Neill picks it up in the near corner, flips it over to Garrosh. Garrosh centers that to Douglas. Douglas tried to move it back the other way. That's cut off by Cole. Cole puts that off the glass. Rahal couldn't knock it down. Canadians have it back in their own zone. O'Neill up the near side for Doolin. Doolin, cross-ice pass, picked up on the far side, rushing towards it. Good stick by Cole, knocks it off the streaking forwards blade. Battle for it on those far boards. Now it comes loose. Leafs swing that around the near side. Smith picks it up. Takes the check in the boards, but moves it up to Canal. Canal looking for Rahal. Rahal comes in, makes an essence and move over, and it's on to Stevens, and it's a save. Good setup there by the Leafs. Rahal having a little trouble moving it, but he does make it over to Shoemaker. Throws it on net, looking for that second goal of the game.
I don't mind that. Drive the net, look for the rebound. You know, get in the goalie's kitchen. Hopefully it'll be coincidentals, which it looks like it'll be. And, yeah.
So no change on the players on the ice. Grosh and Shoemaker into the box. Spend some time with the extracurricular after the whistle.
I don't know if it was this Canadiens team or the other one, Curtis, that we played them earlier in the season, and I think it was the other one that every whistle, like every face-off or every stoppage of play on our goaltender, they were right there. 2, if not 3 forwards, right in the blue paint.
Good to see him battling here. Leafs putting the pressure on. Face-off going to be far side in the Canadian zone with 11:48 left in the second period. Canadians win that face-off. Put it around the outside. Chipped around Gaudreau. It's a 2-on-1 back the other way. Weiss back. There's a shot. Livy with the glove save. What a snag there. And Nathaniel, Livy with a great glove save there.
Well, you needed a save right then, and he came up with it.
Yep, Canadians able to stretch it down the ice. Pinching defensemen, they exploit that and get it right on. Livy bails his team out. Great setup there by the Leafs goaltender. Canadians win the faceoff. There's a shot. Livy with a save. Cleared away smartly by Roland into the near corner. He actually gets the puck back, moves to the far side. Over for Roberts. Roberts puts that down low. Canadians steal it back. Canadians rolling around to the near side. Puck handled by Thorvaldson. Centering pass, that goes through everyone. Green's going to keep that in for the Canadians. Sends that down into the corner. Centering pass by Jasbeck. Blocked by the Leafs. Comes out in front. Oh, and Livy has a great save there. The puck stays alive up the near boards. Livy had to stretch with every ounce he had there. Keeps it out of the puck. At the end, play continues here. Canadians dump puck into the Leaf zone. Roland trying to set it up in his own zone. Over to Holowatiuk. Roberts is going to backhand that into the Canadian zone. Icing called here with 10:36 left in the second period.
I like the patience by Roland there on that play. Didn't like what he saw coming out on the exit out of the zone, so he curled back, keep possession of the puck, and you know what it is, an icing, and go back to Livy's stop there. Before that, he had a great stop. That was even better. So,
absolutely.
I mean, if you don't get pumped up as a Leafs player to go, hey, let's go get one of our own at the other end. I mean, he's standing tall here now.
And here's another one for Livy. Cakes that in the crest. Hangs on for the whistle, and then we get some extra after the whistle. Into the box will be the Canadians, McRae, and the Leafs, Fayad. Fayad standing up for his goalie in front of the net. Like, yeah, there's some.
Is he getting the gate here? I think he's getting the. Looks like he's.
They're giving the Canadians player the gate, or.
5-on-5, but.
Well, there's a 4-minute sitting on the score clock there.
So only a penalty for us, Curtis.
Okay.
4-minute double minor head contact. So that hurts, and your Leafs are going to have to bear down here to kill this off in a 2-2 draw.
Canadians keep it in the zone. Put down to that far corner. Cole ties up his man. Canadians. McRae comes over for help, puts it back to the point. Tureen puts it down left side into the slot. That's chipped up, stays in the zone. Darsault on the right side. Puts that into the corner. Coming out is McRae. There's a shot that's blocked. Smith goes into chase. Comes into the near corner. Darsault pinches in, keeps the puck in the zone. Centering pass, broken up by Cole. Canadians with it. Put back to the point. Here's Darsault with it. Back and forth with the shot. Always looking for McRae on the far side to tip. Missed on that. Leafs get it back in their own zone. Rahl knocks it down at the line. Canadians keep it in. Cole over to Black. Black is going to put that down the ice.
Great play to move it to Black. The Leafs will get fresh legs on the ice here. Great kill to start this.
2:45 left in the Leafs penalty. Canadians break out of their own zone. Pass to the near side. Doolin picks it up. Tried to center that to Jack Ubeck. Misconnected. Canadians still with it in the Leafs zone, working below the goal line. Doolin outlets it halfway up the boards. Now to Arrowman at the point. Down to Thorvaldson. Centering pass. That's read by Ferris. Followed up by... that was Weiss who was putting it down the ice.
Sorry.
Big hit there. Doolin picks it up at center. Over to Jack Beck. Oh, centering pass to Thorvaldson. Thorvaldson on the near side. That was inches away from offside. Thorvaldson behind the net. Not marking the man in front. He's all by himself. Weiss comes off the boards. Yeah, Canadians didn't see it. And the puck knocked down by a high stick. Whistle goes with 8:10 left in the second period.
Well, I said heads up because Baldwin was in on the forecheck, and that Canadians defenseman picked up the puck wet behind the net, did not look up at all. And Baldwin, who likes to finish his checks, could have knocked him into next week.
Face-off will be just outside of the Canadian zone. 1:39 left in the power play for the Canadians as they pick up the puck behind their own net. Turned over in the zone. Here's Roberts with it. Sent down low. Shields picks it up on the near side. Sends it down low. Colley with it for the Canadians. Shields keeps that in the zone. Canadians put their on the outside. Nobody there. Holowadiuk, he's going to put that right on net. Steven with the save. Green with the puck on the far side. And now the Canadians are going to break out.
Step up.
Comes into the Leafs zone. Put on the outside by Roland. Comes out of the zone. And the Canadians defenseman tried walking in with it or keeping the zone. Offside is the call.
We're over 3 minutes through this double minor for head contact to Fayad. Be a huge momentum boost for your Leafs if they can kill this off. They're doing wonderful thus far.
Leafs win the draw. Smith puts that to the outside. Foot picks it up for the Canadians. Goes left side to Jackie Beck. Jackie Beck gets it into the zone. Comes up high. Smith sweeps that to the outside. Goes to chase. Wins that battle. Up to Black. 2-on-1 back the other way. Here's Black. Rahal on his right. Over to Rahal. Oh, that's broken up. Under Steven. And is it on the line or over? It looks like Steven just got to it. Yeah. Black puts that in front after the blocked pass. And here, so Smith starts that play. He wins that board battle, puts it up the near side. Comes up the left side. Black tries to center that. And it just makes it underneath the pad of Steven. We're going to reset here in the Canadian zone. Puck's dropped, 20 seconds to go in their power play. Leafs with the puck. Here's Rahal, short side, underneath Steven, and Steven's going to reach out and put an end to that play.
You can feel the momentum building on the Leafs bench. They kill this off. This This is might be the TSN turning point here, Curtis, so they can kill off this double minor.
Nearly there.
5-on-5.
Nearly there. 14 seconds to go on the double minor. 6:45 to go in the period. Bent wins it. Here's Smith. Rips one on. Low pat save by Steven. Kick to the near corner. Leafs with it. Throw that in front. Oh, and Steven had to be quick on that one as the rebound popped up in front of him.
That centering pass goes off a Canadians defenseman. Almost goes, it gets airborne, doesn't get enough elevation. Almost, it was going short side if it got up over the shoulder of Stefan.
6:33 left in the period. And the Leafs have killed off their power play. Cole picks up the puck. Back in the Leafs zone. Throws it off the backside of the net. Cleared away by the Leafs. Held in by the Canadians at the line. Here's Tureen with it. Fayad with some energy takes him into the boards, even though he has a foot at disadvantage. Puck sent down the ice. Icing called. 6:09 to go in the second period.
I think Cole's going to try to stretch that up to the weak side, and it hit a player, a teammate, as he got that puck airborne and then ended up sitting right in the slot. Dangerous, but
trying to move it quickly here.
Yeah, at any rate, the Leafs able to get it to the side wall. And then Smith clears out. They're able to get a full wholesale line change.
Put it down the ice. We'll take that. Puck in the corner. Canadians with it. Comes loose on the near side. Battle for it in that near corner in the Leaf zone. Comes loose for Douglas. Douglas behind the net. He's going to put that back at the point. Tureen picks it up. Walks it in. Lost control of it. Shoemaker tries to put that out. Held in by Barber. Goes into the near boards. Douglas picks it up for the Canadians. Goes down low. Weiss steals it back for the Leafs. Out to Bent. Picked up by Baldwin. Baldwin to Canal. Canal. Oh, they're going to call that offside. And we'll get a whistle with 5:28 left in the second period.
Good job for puck movement there. Move it to Canal, who is up at the opposite blue line. Obviously, the Canadians defenseman have to respect that he was stretched near the MLAC bench and had to respect that, but Canal just offside.
Face-off just outside of the Leafs zone. Canadians win it, put it into the Leafs zone. Goudreau puts it out to center now. Green puts it back in. Goudreau back to play it. Puts it to the outside. Picked up by Shields. Shields couldn't move it out of the zone. He was run.
I don't see how that's not a charge, Curtis.
Yeah, he certainly could line it up. Shot from the point, right on to Livy. Livy is going to make that save and hang on for the whistle with 4:59 left in the second period. Yeah, you just caught the end of it where he lined up almost, he was a good 10 feet away and rolled right in. Face off far side in the Leaf zone. Go ahead, Nathan, please.
I was going to say, MLAC defenseman doing a good job. If they don't have an option, coming back into the zone, good job using boards just to get it out.
Puck comes into the slot, cleared away by Shields, up on the near boards. Battling for it. Doolin puts it down below the net. Picked up by Couperis. Leafs got a stick on it, move it to the outside.
Play.
Oh, and looks like the Canadians are going to end up in the box on this one.
I don't know
Roughing penalty indicated.
I don't know what it is with the amount of kids that, they don't ease up when a kid's in a vulnerable position. And, we have, you can't finish your check when you're staring right at the numbers. In that case, it's a cross check, but still, you got a player that you're staring directly at his name bar and his numbers, and you follow through on him. So
Madden Doolin into the box. 2 minutes cross-checking for the Canadians. Called with 4:39 left in the second period.
At any rate, the ref calling a tight game here, Curtis, and your MLAC Leafs on the power play.
Absolutely, they looked pretty good on the last one. See what they can do on this one. Cole keeps that in the zone. Shields with it. Has Shoemaker in front. Shoemaker gets the tip, but it's wide. Rahal with it. In front for Shoemaker. Shoemaker's tied up. Canadians get a hold of it and send it down the ice. Livy with it. Cole coming out behind his net. Hooked on the play, but they're not going to call that. Cole keeps going with it. Comes up the left side. Goes to the right side to Canal. Canal with the shot. Steven with the save. Rebound still available. Still loose. Still loose. In front. Leafs trying to jam it away. Comes loose. Here's Cole with another chance. He puts that off a man. Rahal.
Wow. What a flurry.
Steven without his stick. Here's Shields. Oh, and he puts that over the net. I think Steve got just a piece of that. Less than a minute to go in the power play. Shoemaker pulls it out for the Leafs. Back to the point for Canal. Canal. That hit his stick was over the net.
Well, Neil's giving his stick to the tender.
Rahal in front. Rahal behind the net with it. Trying to spin around. Right side for Cole. Cole puts that in front. Kicked away by Steven. Cauley picks up the puck. Puts it into the boards. Trying to buy some time. Less than 30 seconds to go on the power play. Rahal tips it loose. Cauley with it. He's going to take that into the corner. Canadians get a hold of it. Send it down the ice. Livy out to play it. Sets it up for Canal. He has 10 seconds left on the power plays. He circles behind his own net. Doesn't know what to do with it. Hands it off to Cole. Cole near side for Asaf. That's given up. Thorvaldson coming in. Thorvaldson with it. Roberts intercepts him. Takes him into the corner. Canadians killed off their power play. Or penalty, sorry. Cole picks up the puck. Cole gonna dance it out. Moving up. Gets into the Canadian zone. Then put against the boards by Thorvaldson. Canal follows that up. Now it comes out to center. Rahal with the puck. Rahal puts it up the middle. Arrowman knocks that down. Thorvaldson off the boards and into the Leaf zone. Rahal with it. Can't get past Thorvaldson in the zone. Roberts, though, follows it up, puts that on the outside. It's going to roll back into the Canadian zone. Arrowman near side for Barber. Chipped up the boards. Asif with it. Moves it to the outside. And that was a great big hit.
Joe got his hands right up in the face of the Canadians player.
Yeah, so the Canadians came up the near side, got into the zone.
The official's arm doesn't go up, but Canadians' parents are livid.
I think he made contact with the shoulder first, but still, vulnerable position.
Oh. Officials down there right at ice level, we are not, so. Go back to the power play there, Curtis. Some good looks there on the power play, good zone time, moved it around. Some chaos in front of the net as Stefan ended up getting O'Neill, the defenseman, handed his stick to Stefan. And at one point in time, Stefan dove across and got a piece of it as he was sprawled out.
Yeah, good opportunities on that power play. Leafs definitely looked strong on it.
Well, I wouldn't be surprised if Canadians get a power play out of this before the end of the period. The officials are down here talking to the Canadians bench. I'm sure the coaches are advising them of their displeasure with what they believe is a non-call.
We'll see here. There's no call initially on the ice, and the officials don't look like they're going to call one here. Just talking to the Canadians bench. Looks like there's a lot to say. But the gate for the Leafs sin bin remains closed. While they're talking, let's try something new here. Okay. Where are you?
This is a strategic move by the Canadians just to get the officials over, stall, in order to try to take a little bit of the momentum away from the Leafs. Because the Leafs have really been pushing the pace here from the power play into 5-on-5 play. So at any rate, any type of advantage, I think if that was a strategic move on purpose to try to slow the momentum, and we'll see if it works.
Here's a shot from the point. Hit traffic, goes to the far boards. Both teams certainly amping it up. There's a shot right onto Livy. Livy is going to cover that one up. Get a whistle here with 1:16 left in the second period.
Yeah, it was good. Great zone time during that power play, Curtis. Those Canadians, penalty killers, were just gassed at the end. With about 10 seconds left, they were able to clear the zone, and they rushed for the bench, all four of them, to get off the ice.
Leafs win the face-off in their own zone. Cole has the puck. He's going to put that off the glass and end up icing it. Clock stops with 1:03 left in the second period.
Not a bad play. I mean, you don't see what you like off that. You put it off the glass and out.
Good reset.
Unfortunately, it's a defensive zone face-off, but at the same time, put it hard off the glass and get a little different bounce, maybe a forward skate into it.
Baldwin was able to win the last face-off, not this one though. There's a shot from a rough angle, comes over to the near boards. Battle for it in the corner. Baldwin chasing up Foot with it, puts it to Cawley. Cawley picks that up on the far side. Cole beat him to the spot. Put back to the point. There's a hard shot. Livy with the save. Smith shovels it back to Livy, and Livy's going to cover this one up. Good move there with 36 seconds left in the second period.
You stand right in front of the net, and you got to be sure if you put it back into a corner, keeps the play alive. Canadians have got some zone time here. Get a reset off the face off here and try to get it out.
Off the draw. Canadians take a shot. That hits traffic. Cawley tries to go back. Takes it into the corner. Fed down low. Canadians with it. Oh, the wraparound was there. Livy couldn't move over fast enough, but the Canadians lost the momentum. I think that was Foot playing with it below the goal line. There's another one for Livy, and Smith does a great job clearing it away. Put up the near side. 5 seconds to go in the period. Comes up high, and that will do it. Teams deadlocked at 2 as we let the Zamboni come on the ice to do its work. What do you think of the period, Nathan?
I think covering off the last couple of minutes after they had some pressure, had the momentum, and then the Canadians sort of grabbed that momentum back by killing off that last penalty. And you saw that zone time by the Canadians, but MLAC, bent but did not break. And I like the last 2 minutes of the period where, the MLAC was able to look to the outside, shut them down, and not allow them to gain, to possibly get a goal and go up by 1 after 40, right? So here you have it. It's 20 minutes. I mean, Curtis, if your coach told you, hey, you just play 20 minutes to win a hockey game, it's all tied up. I mean, it's anybody's game, and I think, going to MLAC's record and looking at that, it's this team. I mean, you want to be the team. I think everybody wants to be the team to not be the one that MLAC is going to get their first win on, but you've seen over the last couple of games, and they're sort of building, for the most part, since Camrose, that it's just a matter of time before this team gets their first win. I would love to see it before going to Kamloops, take that momentum into Kamloops.
Absolutely. I think I wasn't at practice last night, but the report is everybody was jacked up. They really wanted this game. There was locker room speeches by some of the former CAC players or players that were cut by this team or another CAC team. So the boys are fighting for each other, fighting for that pride.
Yeah, and I saw that yesterday. I was at practice for some of it, and it was very high tempo. It was this MLAC team got the extra ice time from the AAAs. The U15 AAAs are up at Grand Prairie playing the GPAC Storm for 2 games this weekend, and so they ended up having 2 hours and 15 minutes on the ice in development. And there was a very high tempo to the development practice last night, and a lot of good pace and a lot of good competition.
That's good. So the Canadians were actually, let's see here, they are 4 wins, 1 loss in the last 5 here. So they're coming in pretty hot. I think the Leafs are doing a great job standing up to them.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I thought, for 40 minutes of play, there's been times when the Canadians have pushed the play, got zone time, got a lot of pucks to the net, but at the same time, for the most part, the Leafs were able to stymie that. Like I said, the defensive zone in the slot around the house, a lot of forwards are picking off those outlet passes, or defense are clearing the puck, touching after man, clearing the puck to the boards, and you've seen over 40 minutes of play, you've seen a lot of good counterattacks by MLAC.
Super. We'll let the sponsors have a word here. Thank you, Nathan. We'll see you folks on the other side of the intermission.
Truck bed when it started raining. She said, I don't mind. Got him dancing in a white sundress. Couldn't even find one dry thread. My oh my, I didn't know what I was getting into. I wish the 4-wheel drive was just 2. 'Cause a girl like her on a night like this make a man wanna stay right where he is. The shovel in the way, your green eyes are glowing. I'm holding on tight, praying and hoping this truck battery dies. So the road's too muddy to drive. Wanna stay right here all night. If the good roads will that creek will rise. Well, next thing I know, I have my blue jeans hanging on a tree limb. She was smiling at me, pulling me in out where the creek bends in the yellow moonlight, making vision in the dark come to life. Yeah, a girl like her on a night like this make a man wanna stay right where he is. The shovel in the way, your green eyes are glowing. I'm holding on tight, praying and hoping this truck battery dies. So the road's too muddy to drive. Wanna stay right here all night. If the good roads will that creek will rise. Well, it was 4 in the morning when the storm quit storming. I was falling fast through the Nern heart, Gordon like a dirt road Daytona in my heart. And we ain't even got to the best part. We didn't have a towel, didn't have dry clothes. She was smiling and saying, hold me, I'm cold. We made a blanket out of that sundress, and the radio won't even let me tell you the rest. 'Cause a girl like her on a night like this make a man wanna stay right where he is. The shovel in the way, your green eyes are glowing. I'm holding on tight, praying and hoping this truck battery dies. So the road's too muddy to drive. Wanna stay right here all night. If the good roads will that creek will rise. Well, that creek will rise. Clouds didn't part, no staircase fell out of the sky. It wasn't anything like Revelation shows it. It wasn't all pearly gates, I didn't see the light, but I had it by my side and didn't know it.
shined like gold, dressed in white when I watched her drive away. You ain't never felt heartbreak until you've seen a halo fade off into that horizon line. It's a different kind of hurt. I guess I got what I deserved. Had the salt of the earth, and I let it slip right out of my hands like I didn't understand. She was all mine, and I watched my life flash before my eyes when she said goodbye for the last time. I didn't know what I had till I went to heaven and back. To heaven and back. To heaven and back. Till I went to heaven and back. And I let it slip right out of my hands like I didn't understand. She was all mine, and I watched my life flash before my eyes when she said goodbye for the last time. I didn't know what I had till I went to heaven and back. To heaven and back.
Goodbye strung out on the lawn. The line between us was drawn. All I can see is you're gone, and you left me here with this house on this ground. Burn it down. I leave my memories inside, and that bed we loved in all night. Every word, every fight, every feeling, stone cold, not a sound. Burn it down till it's ashes and smoke. Burn it down to the smoldering coals. Burn it down till that
Okay. Hello, folks. Welcome back. Saturday night hockey here at the Meadows Recreation Center in Edmonton, Alberta. We are coming back for the third period where MLAC Maple Leafs Scafom-rux are tied at 2 against the CAC Canadians Imperial Equities. Colley's going to take that off the draw, come right in. Backhand, nope, put into the boards by Cole. Foot comes over, Shoemaker take the puck away from him. Swept to the outside for Smith. Return back into the corner. Canadians with it. Shoemaker had it for a second. Now Smith is going to get it back. Smith throws that to the near side. Canadians get it back. Effort on the boards. Comes loose. There's a shot. Ooh. Libby just got that piece of that on the glove. Cole over to Rahal. That's chipped out to the neutral zone. Darceau throws that to the open side. Canadians coming up. They throw that through the slot. It's going to bounce out to the neutral zone. Canadians. Colley coming in. He's swept off the puck. Here's Smith. Smith puts that puck into the corner. Colley ducks that check. Back to on the back check. Saf comes away with it. Grosh moves it back. And it's off the boards and into the Leafs zone. Goudreau picks up the puck behind the net. Tries to let Shields. It gets past him. Also gets past Grosh.
We're going to get a penalty here.
We're getting a penalty for that one. Grosh picks up the puck behind the net. Swept back below the goal line. Roberts on the forecheck. Canadians move it to the near side. Comes up the near boards. Goudreau grabs it. And it looks like
it's going to be a hook.
Stuff is into the box. He said hooking. So Idris Saf into the box. 2 minutes for hooking with 18:21 left in the third period. Face off near side, and the Canadians are in the Leafs zone. Canadians win it. Foot right side to Arrowman. Arrowman down to Thorvaldson. Back to Arrowman at the point. Over to Thorvaldson on the far side. Back to Arrowman. Arrowman goes left side. Doolin tries to center that. That's kicked away by Shoemaker. Swept over by Jasubek, who took the heavy hit in the second period. He's back on the ice. There's a shot right into Livy, and Livy has that square, makes a great save, and hangs on for the whistle with 17:51 left in the third period.
So the defense able to clear a lane for Livy to see the puck. He snagged that easily. 29 seconds gone on the penalty to SF.
Canadians win the face-off in the Leafs zone. Put it to the near side. Ooh, Canadians got a piece of that, and they rip it down the ice. 1:20 to go in the power play for the Canadians. Arrowman picks up the puck behind the net. Put to the outside. Now to the near side to Foot. Foot carries it up the left wing. Driving the net. Low shot. Levy with the save. And on the doorstep was number 16, Jasubek. Trying to jam that in, but Livy holding strong.
We've seen that a few times during this game. The Canadians attack or just dropping the right shoulder or the left shoulder, getting a step on the defenseman, and then driving right in the front of the net.
Face off far side in the Leafs zone. 1:04 to go in the Canadiens power play. Black gets that out to the line, but not out. Over in the near side for Green. Centering pass knocked down by Rahal. Rahal rips that around to the far side. Darceau picks that up at center. Flips it up to Colley. Taken away by Black. Black backhand on to Steven. Picked up by Darceau. Moves it over the near side. Here's Colley with it. Black reads that, knocks it back into the zone again. Green throws it to the open side. That's going to be picked up by Rahal. Rahal, hard stop. Takes that into the corner.
Great job.
Comes out high. Smith with it. Throws that down low. Off the boards. Rahal trying to jam it near side. He's taken down by the stick of Steven. Ref right there. No call. Canadians get into the Leafs zone. Low shot sent to the far side. Missing then. Leafs back to full strength. Centering pass broken up by Jaffaris. Follow-up shot by Buckenfor. Ends up out of play.
Good job by Smith to get his stick in the lane and get that up and in the netting. And your MLAC Scafom-rux Leafs kill off the penalty. Hopefully gains some momentum. Just under 4 minutes gone in this third period. Knotted at 2.
Face off our side in the Leafs zone. Canadians win it. They have it at the point. Here's Tureen. Sends it to the far side. Weiss back to play it for the Leafs. Puts it around the boards. Bent picks it up on the near side. Stays in the Leafs zone. Now it comes loose. Here's Baldwin. Baldwin rushing towards the net. Coming up the right side. Low shot. Steven with the save. Jaffaris back to the point. Weiss keeps that in. Jaffaris centers that for Bent. It skips past him. Canadians try to stretch that down the ice. Pass was missed, ends up being an icing call with 15:39 left in the third period.
great scoring chance by Baldwin. Tries to go far side low on Stefan. Stefan gets a piece of it with his right pad. And I like the MLAC forwards backtracking through the middle of the ice to disrupt that long outlet pass to the weak side.
Draw one by the Canadians in their own zone. Green puts it behind the net to O'Neill. That comes out to center. Jackie Beck sets that up for Thorvaldson. Thorvaldson tracked down by the Leafs. Shoemaker with it. His centering pass knocked down. Thorvaldson with another chance. There's a shot. That rises, comes off the glass over to the near side. Sent below the Canadians' goal line. Canadians move it up to the near side. Rahal picks it up. He's going to get across center. Comes into the zone. Rahal still with it. Right across. And that ends up in the far corner. Thorvaldson comes back. Grabs the puck. Near side for Jasubek. He sends that down the ice. And we're going to have an icing call with 14:49 left in the third period.
So good job by Goudreau on the zone entry to get his stick in the way and break that up. But then unfortunately, forwards aren't able to pick it up in time, and a broken play turns into a scoring chance for the Canadians.
Face off near side in the Canadian zone. Scrambled. Green comes away with it for the Canadians. Knocked down by Asaf. Asaf takes that into the corner. Can't move it back to the point. Stolen by the Canadians. McRae sends that to the far side. Here's the Canadians. Tried to go back door. Was number 8 Doolin. Couldn't complete it. Livy got the stick in the way. Pass right into Roberts. Doolin with it. He's going to feed that to the far corner. Picked up by McRae. McRae carries that up the boards. Leafs converge on him. Shields puts that up the boards and into the Canadian zone. Takes that into the corner. Challenges the Canadians. Green comes back to the point. Here's Smith. Down low for Asaf. Asaf comes down low. There's chipped on. And Stevens going to cover that up for the Canadians with 13:57 left in the third period.
Well, that zone time and scoring chance doesn't come without Shields chipping and chasing. Defenseman for the Canadians gaps up right at the blue line. He chips it to the back wall, beats him to the puck, and he get a scoring chance out of it.
Face off near side in the Canadian zone. Canadians jam it out to center. Play broken up by Smith. Comes loose for Carly. Carly coming up the far side. Gets around Cole. Cole in front. Oh, and he is manhandled into the post. That far post of the Leafs And it looks like Colley is slow to get up on this one.
Where you take the puck to the net, something's got to give. It's probably going to be your body before the metal of the post.
Cole just rode him right into it. Colley dug in. Oh no, who was that? That was Holowadiak.
Yeah, I think it was Holowadiak. He partnered with Smith there. Hopefully he is no worse for wear.
Colley's still down. Now he's up on his skates.
I mean, we talked about it a couple games ago in Camrose. They have the more professional pegs, like the NHL, like the professional leagues, whereas most rinks still have the old metal pegs, and it takes a lot to dislodge them.
They're gonna take the draw, put it in the neutral zone, just outside of the Leafs zone. Canadians win the face-off. Here's Dreen, centering pass to Foot. Foot carries that down into the corner. Leafs converge on him. Comes back to the point. Dreen keeps that in. Down low for Foot. Coming over is Weiss. And Livy is going to hang on to that one. He puts the skate right into Livy. And the Leafs quickly go over and remind Colley of etiquette. Not Colley. Who was that on the far side? Number 10? Foot.
I don't think we're going to get an infraction for each team. But in a 2-2 game, you do not want to take a penalty and give the other team a power play.
There's Jackie Beck looking at it a second again. Whistle it gone, and he put that skate right onto the glove of Livy. Livy shakes it off. Here's Foot coming in up the far side. Puck taken away by the Leafs. Boudreau puts on the outside. Back and forth, got a piece of it, puts it back into the Leafs zone. Given away by Weiss over in the near side. Tureen steps in. Canadians keep it in the zone. Here's Canal. Canal can't get it up to Rahal. Keeps it. Canal with it. Taking a look. Ripped on net. Steven with the save. And the whistle goes right away.
So now the official is not going to call anything after the whistle, Curtis. You have 2 different scrums. No penalties from that.
Oops.
Gaudreau with a little right at the front of the net. Gaudreau, the D-man, drives the front of the net. He gets a little massage on his lower back with a carbon fiber baton.
Puck put into the Leafs zone. Smith back to play it. Puts it up the boards for Baldwin. Baldwin to Black. Black to Fayad. Fayad coming across center. Chips that. Knocked
Great
down
idea.
by Grosh. Put to the far side. Picked up by Fader. Sent back low. Black puts that down low for Baldwin. That's knocked down by the Canadians. Baldwin turns, fires it on net. Steven makes the low save. Quickly covers it up as Black was chasing that up.
Oh, we've seen
No, that's Fayad chasing up. Sorry, go ahead.
We've seen what happens when you throw the puck at the net. There, I like it again. MLAC forwards driving the net, looking for a rebound. If anything, you force Stefan to cover it up and get an offensive draw here.
That's right. I like the aggression of Fayad right there. He didn't watch the shot. He came in and was ready for a rebound should there be one. Leafs knock the puck down at center. Cole takes it into the zone. Put up the outside. Black knocks that down. Rolls into the corner. Still battle for it on those boards. Comes loose for Black. Black missing that far post. Smith keeps it in. Puts that down low. It's going to roll to the near side. Cole pinches in. Keeps it in the zone. Canadians get a second chance. kept in on the near side by Fayad. Canadians put it out again. Now it's going to roll into the Leafs zone. Smith back to play it. Comes over the near side, puts it up the boards. Green sends it down low. Behind the net. Barber picks it up. Comes back to Green at the point. There's a shot. Livy with the save. Big rebound to the far side. Shields gets it. Sends it low for Smith. Knocked down again. Now comes loose. I think this is Baldwin coming away with it. Put up the ice, and Black chips it into the Canadian zone. Canadians starting on their side of the night. Off the boards. Shields knocks it down. Picked up by Darceau. Put up the near side. Doolin receives the pass. He puts it back to Darceau. Far side. Put it in the Leafs zone. Knocked down by Cole. Comes over to Livy. Oh, you got to cover that up, Livy.
Yeah, we haven't finished the line change here, Curtis. It's a long shift. Puck's got to get down the ice.
Put out to center. Rolls into the Canadian zone. Roberts on the forecheck. They move it around him. Tureen with the puck for the Canadians. Gets it up to McRae. Comes up to center. Kolowadiuk knocks that down.
Good play.
Goes left side to Roberts. Roberts shovels that low. Tureen's going to grab that for the Canadians. And it looks like a charging penalty being issued to Kyra Arrowman of the Canadians. This is the second one of the game for her. First one was a cross check.
So you're going to hear some boo birds for the Canadian fans here as the official 15 feet from the play doesn't call it, and the far official at the back blue line does. So charging is the call, and your MLAC Leafs are on the power play.
Face off far side in the Canadian zone. Leafs winning. 9:44 to go in the period. Canal has it on the near side. Slides it down low for Rahal. Rahal back door. Oh, what a shot. Steven just got a piece of that, and the Canadians find the rebound and send the puck down the ice.
Might have got that with the shaft of his stick, Curtis.
That was a great setup by the Leafs. Here's Cole coming back into the Canadian zone. He has speed. He's going to get inside the D. There's a shot off the near side. Canal shot blocked. And the Canadians put the puck down the ice. Livy out to play it for Shoemaker. Shoemaker coming on the near side. Checked off the puck. Coming back to help was Canal. Here's the Leafs. Stretch pass. Tureen intercepts that at center. Rahal takes it away. Rahal puts that down the ice. Followed up by number 13, Darceau. Douglas can't move it off the board. Shoemaker now flips it to the far side. Chipped into the zone. Roberts goes into the corner for it. Here's Rahal. Darceau loses possession. Comes loose for Shields. Shields tried to go against the grain. Comes back to the near side. Canal walks it in. Whoa, Canal! There's a shot, and he puts it over the net. Oh, what a glorious chance. And Cash couldn't get to the bank. Shields with the puck. Over to Canal. 16 seconds left with the man advantage. The staff throws down low. Steven on the back door. Shields couldn't get it down. Less than 10 to go in the power play. Shields back to the point for Canal. Canal fires that on net. Steven with the save. Canadians send that down the ice. Just as Arrowman steps back onto the ice. Smith, far side for Saf. Saf beats the D. There's a shot on to Steven. Cleared away to the near side. Weiss keeps that in the zone. Canadians chip it out, though. Smith puts that in the near flat side. Jackie Beck follows that up. Baldwin is going to end up in the box for hooking on this one.
Well, there's your even up call, Curtis. Canadians are going to get their own chance on the power play.
Penalty called with 7:16 left in the third period.
Some great looks on that power play. MLAC able to set up quite a few times.
I credit Baldwin rushing back, getting back on the back check. He just too much can opener with the stick. Arrowman with the puck for the Canadians. At the line.
You could get away with that in, 1995?
Yeah, no doubt it was a penalty. I just like the effort of him getting back. Livy with the save there. He covers it up. Play stops. 7:02 left in the third period. 1:47 left in the Canadians' man advantage.
Well, this game's had more ups and downs than a roller coaster at Canada's Wonderland.
Face-off won by the Canadians. Foot right side to Arrowman. Arrowman hangs on to it. Far side for Thorvaldson. There's a shot right on to Livy. And Livy is going to make a good save there. Hangs on to the puck with 6:51 left in the third period. Face-off far side in the Canadian zone, or in the Leafs zone. 1:36 in the man advantage for the Canadians. Puck goes down low. Jackie Beck with it, sends it to the far side. Doolin picks up the puck, puts it up the boards for Thorvaldson. Back to Doolin. Doolin hangs onto it, looking for Foot to blast in, but Jeff Ferris doing a great job of filling up that slot area.
Yeah, the net's ajar. So Coach Bricks will get fresh PK unit on the ice.
6:37 to go in the third period. We're locked up at 2. Face-off far side in the Leaf zone. Canadians 1:20 left in their power play. Canadians with the puck. Sent down low. Livy makes the save. Oh, it comes over and the Canadians put that into the back. Make good on their power play. Thorvaldson, man on the job. He puts it into the back of the net to take the lead. 3-2 with 6:27 left in the third period.
Canadians just able to get the puck to the net. Rebound comes out and the Canadians player just in the proper positioning, able to get the rebound and put it past Livy.
Leafs looked pretty good on their own power play. They couldn't put it back in the net. Canadians make good on theirs. They now hold the lead. Cole with the puck on the far side. It's going to end up being icing as Canal couldn't knock it down.
Nice hard pass by Cole. Just skipped over Canal's stick. Face-off will be to the left of Livy. 6:20 remaining in this third period. Your Leafs now down by 1, 3-2.
Leafs win the draw. Smith behind the net. Flips it to the open side. Looking for Cole. Cole moves it up to Rahal. Comes back to Smith. Smith, far side for Canal. He knocks it down. Doolin moves it up to Douglas. Broken up by Baldwin at center. Puck comes over to Cole on the near side. He's escorted into the boards heavily. Green comes away with the puck for the Canadians. He puts it deep into the Leaf zone.
Yeah, Cole went off after that hit. Roland's out now.
Battle for it, near side in the Leaf zone. Comes back to the point. Here's Green. Fires that wide. Canal able to chip that out. Canadians get back to it first. Canal knocks it down. He's going to take it up the far side. Oh, Shoemaker. All he had to do was stand still. That was a perfect pick play. And he throws the hit instead of standing as a pick. Leafs going to end up in the box here. Shoemaker into the box, 2 minutes for interference. Penalty called, 5:10 left in the third period.
So was that where Canal was trying to gain entry into the zone, Curtis?
Yeah, so he came across center. That's what I saw. Oh, Canal's going to get it. 2 minutes. Interference. Shoemaker was the one who threw the check. Canol was the puck carrier.
I didn't see it. Was it a clear interference?
Yeah, Shoemaker came up and he threw his hands at the player. If he would just held his ground, I think it was a perfect pick play. He owned that ice. He owned it. Penalty killers come on the ice for the Leafs with 5:10 left in the third period. They win the faceoff and send the puck right down the ice. Steven sets it up for Grosh. Goes to the far side to O'Neill. O'Neill gets the pass over to Bakken4. Bakken4 loses the handle. He sends it back to number 11 McRae, I think. Goudreau finds the puck. He's going to kick that towards the Canadian zone. O'Neill knocks it down. Golly comes in.
Good job to gap up.
Oh, here come the Canadians. Oh, shot on Livy, and Livy makes a great save there. Canadians in all alone. They managed to chip it past the Leafs D.
Turned into a 3-on-0, Curtis. I was just about to say on this penalty kill, you're down by 1. You might want to go to the casino and gamble a little bit here. Try to get the equalizer if you can get a shorty. What you don't want to do is give Livy an option to stare at 3 white jerseys.
And a goal by the Canadians up the left side. Just put it over the shoulder. That is the same spot they scored from last time. This one a little more contested.
That's a great shot. He essentially put it in a mail slot up over Livy's right shoulder on the blocker side. Right up under the bar.
Great positioning, great spot to put that shot. Canadians open up a 2-goal lead. They're up 4-2 with 4:25 to go in the third period. Roberts chips that into the Canadian zone. Tureen spins around, throws it up the boards. Halawatiuk throws that up the middle. Thorvaldson almost walked away with it. Leafs, shaky play right now. Canadians coming back in. Backhand shot right on the Livy. He stands his ground. Rowland clears that away. We had a little extra in front.
Leafs going back to what you've seen sometimes before, Curtis, is a little loosey-goosey play. They've played really well with a shutdown game up until an advantageous go-ahead goal by the Canadians and then a well-placed shot on the power play. I think, is that Halawatiuk that is now in the box?
So Halawatiuk, extracurricular after the whistle, is going to end up in the box 2 minutes for roughing, called with 3:57 left in the third period.
Yeah, I didn't see what happened in front of the net. I saw the Canadiens player go down and Halawatiuk was on top of him.
Puck's knocked down. Canadians have it. Centering pass broken up by Weiss. Canadians still with it. Back to the right point. Errolman pressured by Shields. She gets the puck off to Thorvaldson. Thorvaldson tries to drive it down low and Weiss blocks that. Shields with it. Overskates the puck. Errolman takes it away from Shields. Thorvaldson keeps it in the zone. Thorvaldson drops it off for Barber. There's a shot. Hit traffic in front. Goes over to the near side. Thorvaldson has the puck taken away by Weiss. Weiss gets it out to the point. Barber knocks it down. Barber with a shot. Great blocker. Saved by Livy. Leafs throwing the body around now. Just over 3 minutes to go in the third period. 1:05 left in the Canadiens' power play. Here it comes up. McRae picks up the puck on the left side. There's a shot. Blocker save. Livy. McRae picks up his own rebound on the near side. Battle for it. Back to the point. Cauley with it. Rahal kicks it loose. Rahal off to the races. There's a shot. Just wide of the mark. Puck coming up the near side. Stolen by Rahal. No, the Canal. Canal makes the inside move. taken out of the play, but they won't call it. Oh, he was ripped down from behind. Oh, they're not going to call that, are they?
No, he's calling something, and it's the back official again that's calling a trip, not the official that's
not the lead.
Essentially 6 feet from the play at the goal line.
Yeah, so Canal got inside, hauled down from behind. And now we're playing 4-on-4 for 31 seconds.
This back official, Curtis, must have better than 20/20 vision. He's calling some great calls here from a distance.
Stephen being attended to as we take a break here.
I think for the most part, Curtis, this game has been fairly low event for MLAC, and what I mean by that is they've done a great job for the most part shutting down scoring opportunities for the Canadians. I think going into the next game, you just try to build on that. A couple advantageous, plays for the Canadians allowed them to get ahead by 2 here, but I look at a lot of the good play and a lot of the hard work and effort for the MLAC players.
Shots on goal are pretty close in this game. MLAC 31-25 for the Canadians. Don't see that often. But on the power play, Canadians, 3 goals on the power play. They're on fire tonight. Versus the Leafs, single goal, at least on the power play.
They look at 8 opportunities. But still 3 power play goals. Maybe give them 1. And it's still a 2-2 game versus 4-2.
Seth takes that into the zone, puts that back to the point. Smith puts that on net. Stick save by Steven. Ben looking for Cole. Canadians get to it. Oh, and Livia's just going to cover that one up and reset play in the own zone with 2 minutes left in the third period.
You got Ackerman in net now. Stefan is out.
Ackerman's in. Yep, you're right. Ackerman's in.
So I didn't notice that. I knew Stefan was getting tended to by the trainer. Looks like it's going to be a timeout call.
So there's 4 seconds left in the Leafs penalty. Then they'll be on the power play for 1:29. They have 2 minutes left in the game. They need 2 to tie.
So I'll give them 30 to 45 seconds on the power play to score 1, Curtis. Pull it back within 1, and anything can happen.
So you're saying there's a chance?
I'm saying there is a chance.
Power play looked okay. Last time they were out, they had some real chances at it.
And when we were looking at the shots earlier on the AEHL site, I saw that for the first 2 periods, MLAC was out shooting the Canadians. They're getting the shots on net. They're getting bodies to the net.
Face off near side in the Leafs zone. Leafs win it. Canal picks it up behind the net. Flips that out to center. Handled by Green. Kicks off him. Here's Rahal coming in the right side. Rahal throws that in front for Shoemaker. Knocked down. Doolin puts that out to center. Cole picks it up. Cole over to Asaf. Asaf with space. He's going to get some speed. Loses it. Doolin knocks it down. Cole picks up the puck. Leafs net is empty. Here's Cole. Comes in. Low shot on to Steven. He chases it up. Throws it out in front off of Jafaris. Comes back to the point. Here's Canol with it. 1:15 to go. Canol's shot blocked by Caparis. Goes to the far side. Shields in front. Jammed off. And Jafaris couldn't put that home. Cole has it hop off his stick. Comes out. 1 minute to go in the third period. Canol with it. Sends it to the far side. 30 seconds in the power play. Shields. puts that high, comes off the glass. Rahal knocks it down, takes it into the corner, throws it in front. Jafaris, low shot, and Ackerman holding the net strong, hangs on, gets the whistle with 46 seconds left in the game.
I think with the extra attack or even with a power play here, you want to slow things down. You don't want to try to do the one and done play. They've gained the zone a few times, made entry, slow things down, get the look you want.
Face off, won by the Canadians. Battle for it on the near boards. Leafs keeping it in the zone. Now comes loose. Here's Shoemaker. Back door. Oh, and Shields couldn't put it home.
The play right there.
It was there. Shields unable to take advantage. Sent down low. Low shot. Ackerman with the save. Wrap around in front. And it's in. The Leafs score. The Leafs score. With 22 seconds left in the game, they pull it within one. Was that a power play goal? No, it was a full strength goal. And the staff able to jam that from the crease, just occupying that net space.
So like I said before that, on the power play, won the face-off, got possession, set it up, looked for the backdoor play, just couldn't get it. But that was the play they were looking for, and then they end up capitalizing 5-on-5, and Libby's head to the bench.
Net empty again for the Leafs. Puck in the Canadian zone. Tureen freezes it. Wasn't even pressured. So they're going to have the face-off. Maybe it got stuck. Looks like they're coming out. Face-off will be in the neutral zone.
Called on the delayed offside, I think.
Okay. 13 seconds to go in the game. Shoemaker with it. Wins it for the Leafs. Here's Canal. Chipped into the Canadian zone. Tureen's going to take that and eat it. And that will do it. Canadians, what a great game by the Leafs, but the Canadians, off of the back of 3 power play goals, is going to take this one to the bank, come away with the win.
Well, a great effort by the Leafs. Unfortunately, they come up short. But overall, I really like what I saw tonight from the Leafs. I think, like I said, you can build on that definitely for the next game and going into Kamloops. You can see the frustration of the players coming so close.
Yeah, I think you pointed out before clearly the story of the game is 3 power play goals. They got to find a way to stay out of the box. Did great job in front of Livy, clearing it away for the most part. Good job by the Leafs as a team. They looked a lot better.
Yeah, 8 power play opportunities. Give up 3 goals, unfortunately. If you can minimize that and kill off most of the penalties and not provide that many opportunities, then. But Livy played really well a couple times. Quite a few times there, he had to come up with grade A saves on scoring opportunities that would have pushed this game up higher to 7 goals for the Canadians.
Great job by Livy, especially with that first shot. Got a lot of help from his D, clearing away the rebounds. Want to see more of that for the rest of the season. Good job, Leafs. So when's the next game, Nathan, do you know?
I want to say Monday. It's a practice tomorrow, I think, and then Monday is the game.
That'll work.
But I have 3 kids in hockey, so I'm day to day.
Yeah, same here. Pulling up the app. And the schedule says, Monday, CAC Think Green at Collingwood. So we will be back on the air Monday night, folks, at Collingwood. Thanks for tuning in. Working the camera tonight, Larry Bykowski. To my right side was Nathan Smith. My name's Curtis Bykowski. It's been a pleasure, folks. We will see you Monday night.